A beautiful and a wonderful morning, kids. I hope you all are doing good and have enjoyed your vacations. Kids, I'm very excited to meet you all again. So this is your physics period, and today we'll start with a new chapter because you have already completed the first chapter, that is measurement and motion. So we'll start with the new chapter, light, reflection and shadows. Now kids, before starting the chapter, I have something with me to show you. See, what is this? This is a torch, and I have with me this. What is this, kids? This is a candle, and I have a table lamp with me. Most of you must be having it at your home. Okay. And now you all must be wondering why ma'am is showing all these things to us. Because these are the objects which we will use and which will enable us to study this chapter, that is light, shadows and reflection. Okay. So our next chapter is lights, shadows and reflection. So we will start with this chapter. Chapter 12, light, shadows and reflection. And today in this chapter we will study the introduction of the chapter, what is light, properties of light, and in properties of light we will study how fast does the light travels, sources of light. Light travels in a straight line. This is one of the property of light. Okay. Okay kids. Now before starting what is light, I will just ask you one question. Children, at night when you go to your room and all the switches are off, what happens? There is dark in the room. All the room is dark and you are not able to see. Even at times you go and you just stuck with something. Yes, you get hurt. Then what you do? You just switch on the lights and you are able to see all the things. Okay? Similarly, what if I close off the light now here? I am just closing all the lights. Now what will happen? What happened? Now you are not able to see even what is written on the board clearly. Yes? So, to see again you require a light. You require a torch. I am just flashing this light on and then you are able to see it. Isn't it? So what light does? And now you are not able to see anything. But what if I switch on the lights again? I am again switching on the lights and you are able to see everything. Isn't it? Now you are able to see even board clearly what is written. Okay? So what does light do? Light enables us to see things, what is around. Okay? But the question comes, what does light do? What is the science behind this? So all these things, what is the science behind the light? How fast it is traveling? What is the properties of light and why this light is so important? Everything we'll study in this chapter, that is light, shadows and reflection. Okay? So our first topic is, what is light? See, this chapter is divided into three parts: light, shadows and reflection. So today we will start with light, then we will study shadows and then we will study reflection. Okay? So today we will only talk about light, what are the properties of light and what light actually is. Okay? Now kids, tell me, what is it that is naturally giving you light? So when you wake up in the morning and you just open your window, what is coming? Like the rays of sun is coming in your room, and your room again gets brightened and you are able to see everything. Yes? So what that sun is doing? That sun is giving us light. Sun is giving us light. Okay? Similarly, this torch, this helps us in when the room is dark, when electricity has cut off. So this torch is very useful. Yes? So what it does? It again enables us to see the object. Okay? Similarly, if I lit the candle, this will also help to see the object. Okay? So what is the first thing that is important in light? So the first thing that is important in light is the very important thing in light is light enables us to see things. What light does? Light enables us to see things that are kept around. Okay? Clear with this thing? Now kids, I'll share the PPT with you and we'll study further what is actually light, what is the property of light that is just coming and we are able to see the object, everything, what is the science behind it, we'll study in detail, and I'm going to share the PPT now. Okay? So kids, now this is chapter 12, light, shadows and reflection. Are you able to see these three figures? See, this is torch, okay, this is also giving us light, sun gives us light, and electric bulb also gives us light. Yes, sun gives us light, torch gives us light, and electric bulb gives us light. Here it is diya with which you lit in the Diwali. So this diya also gives us light. Okay. Now what is that thing that enables us to see the things? See, this is a room and now you are clearly able to see everything. There is a clock, a table, TV, almirah, mirror, everything you are able to see clearly here. Yes? But what happens when I switch it off? Now if I switch it off, what will happen? You are not able to see everything clearly. Yes, are you able to see things? No, we are not able to see things. But again, if I switch on the light, so everything is again visible. Yes? So what is that thing that is enabling us to see the object around? That is light. What is it? That is light. Light enables us to see things. If I switch off the light, we are not able to see anything. If I switch on the lights, we are able to see everything clearly. Okay? But now tell me one thing. Is it only the light that is important to see the object? Now you will say, ma'am, what if light is open and we close our eyes? Then also we will not able to see the thing. Yes. So only light is not the factor to see the object. We also require two more things, that is eye and brain. If light is on and you close your eyes, will you be able to see things? No. But eye is also important and brain is also important. Now why brain is important? Because brain helps to imaginate the things. There are nerves in our brain that impulse the rays and we can recognize the things very clearly. Okay, so three things are important to see the object. First is light, eye and brain. These three things are important to see any object. Okay, only light is not important. Light is also important, eyes are also important and brain is also important to see any object. Okay, so first what we have learnt that light enables us to see things or see objects. Okay, but now what actually is light? What is there in the light that is enabling us to see all this object? So again I am sharing the PPT. Let's see what is there. Okay. So what is light? Okay, in winters what happens? Everybody's home, we just burn the wood or coal and we warm our hands. Okay, so we feel heat. Yes, and our cold hands becomes warm, isn't it? Similarly, while cooking the food also, at times this wood is burnt and light is emitted, and this light helps us in cooking the food. Yes. Now coming on to next. Have you seen this solar panel? What is this? This is a solar panel. Okay. What it does, the rays of sun falls on this solar panel and it gets charged. When it gets charged, it helps in producing the electricity. Okay, it is helping in letting the bulb and producing the electricity. So what is the ultimate source? The ultimate source is sun. Sun is giving something to the solar panel, and that with the help of that it is getting charged and electricity is flowing. Okay. Now again coming to this figure. Can you recognize this figure? We have already studied it. This is photosynthesis. I hope you have studied in class 5th. Photosynthesis. What happens in photosynthesis? Sun gives light to plant. Plant prepare its own food with the help of water and everything. It releases oxygen. It releases oxygen, and that oxygen we inhale. Yes, the oxygen that we inhale comes from plant. The oxygen that we inhale, it comes from plant. Okay. So what these things are doing? Here light is emitted when we are burning the wood. Here also light is emitted when we are burning this wood. The sun is emitting the light. Again the sun is emitting the light and doing the further process. So what is all these things? What these lights are doing? The question is what these lights are doing so that the further process is going on. So what this light is giving? This light is giving us energy. What it is giving? Light is giving us energy. So what is light? Light is a form of energy. It is essential for life on earth. Okay? Because light is giving us energy, plant is growing, plant is preparing its food, and it is giving us oxygen, and that is why we are inhaling and surviving. Okay? Plant also provides us food. So how they provide us food? When they will prepare the food, then they will give us food. Okay? So what is the ultimate source? Sun is the ultimate source. Sun is giving the energy to plant, and then plant is preparing it fruits. Then plant gives us fruit, it gives us oxygen, it gives us wood and everything. Okay? Similarly, it also helps in preparing the fuel. Like you have seen in the figure earlier, if I'll show you the figure here, see this first figure, what happens? The wood is burning. Okay, here also your coal is burning, your wood is burning. Yes, so this burning of wood and burning of coal is helping us to cook food and getting warm. Okay, so this wood and coal is also acting as a fuel for us. Yes, what is fuel and what is fossil fuel? Now coming back, let me tell you what is fuel and what is fossil fuel. There is a term called fossil fuel. Okay, now I will tell you one small story. See, when the plants and animals are dead and they are buried in the soil, okay, then what happens? For million and million of years, the soil layer is becoming like thicker and thicker and thicker, and the plants are getting submerged inside. Okay, now that plant, that animal is converted into the fuel. So you have seen coal. So from where coal is obtained? Coal is obtained from underground. Yes, coal is obtained from underground. And what is exactly this coal? This coal is nothing but the remains of plants and animals that are buried million and million of years ago in the under the ground. Okay, so this is coal, and coal is a type of fuel. Why? Coal acts as a fuel. What is fuel? Fuel is anything, any substance that gives energy and helps in generating the electricity. So from where we are getting this electricity? We are getting this electricity from coal. Okay, there are thermal power plants where coal is used to produce the electricity. So coal is acting as a fuel, and in fact coal is a fossil fuel. Why it is called fossil fuel? Because it is obtained from the dead remains of plants and animals that are buried million and million of years ago. Okay, so this is coal. Clear, kids? So what is the function of light? What it does? So first we have studied now that light is a form of energy. Light is a form of energy, and this energy helps in getting food, in getting fuel, and providing oxygen. Okay, so this energy, the energy that is of light, gives us food, it gives us fuel, it gives us oxygen, and all these three things are very, very, very important in our day-to-day life, isn't it? Without food, can we survive? No, we cannot. Without fuel, no, we cannot ride a bicycle. Even we cannot get the electricity. Even we cannot cook the food without a fuel. Okay? In our kitchen there is a cylinder and there is a gas inside it. That is also a type of a fuel. Okay? And from where we are getting that fuel? Again, from the fossil fuels. Okay? So this fuel and oxygen, we all know we cannot survive without oxygen. Yes? So all these things, what is providing us? Light is providing us. Light can be in the form of a sun, or it can be electric bulb or anything like that. Clear? Got it? So this is light. So first we have studied light enables us to see things around. Second, what exactly is light? Light is a source of energy, or light is a form of energy that is enabling us to see the objects. Okay? Now moving ahead. So I hope these 4 diagrams are clear to you. So again I am reading these 2 lines. Light is a form of energy. It is essential for life on earth. I hope this line is clear. Second, we depend on light energy for our requirements of food, oxygen and fuel. Now kids, I hope this topic is clear to you. Okay, now coming on to the properties of light. Now there is a question for you. Think of the fastest moving object you know. Now quickly, just 2 minutes, just think of the fastest moving object you ever know. Yes? Okay, maybe someone must be knowing the fastest moving car, or a fastest moving jet, or a fly that is moving. Yes, but there is a twist here. See, the fastest moving thing that we know as a man, or that we have discovered, is Juno probe. Okay, that is not important. It is not important. Okay, important thing is here, like the Juno probe is a type of a aircraft. Its speed is approximately this 2,65,000 km/h, but nothing can travel as fast as the speed of light. The speed of light is the fastest thing that we have ever seen or ever imagined. You just switch on the light and there is light all around and you can see every object in just a second. Yes, similarly, when in the morning the sun rises, the minute sun rises, everything we are able to see, there is light all over. Okay, So the question comes, how fast does this light travels? What is the speed of light? How we can see these objects so clearly? So how does light travel? How fast light travel? Kids, see. The distance between the earth and sun is very far. Yes, the distance between earth and sun is very far. I will tell you this in the next slide. First we are going to study this. See, light travels very fast. The speed of light is, see, 3 lakhs kilometer per second. Like in 1 second, like in just 1 second, the moment I am speaking, the light can travel to this much kilometer distance. And this much kilometer distance, you can never like imagine it. Like you can go around the earth so many times. Okay? No object can travel as fast as light. So the speed of light is fastest ever. Okay? So light travels very fast. What is the speed of light? This much kilometer per second is the speed of light in air. Okay? See, light travels from sun to earth in just 8 minutes or 1/4 minutes. Like we are seeing the sun, after 8 minutes it has rise. Okay, like when the sun has rise, we are seeing it after 8 minutes. Why? Because the sun is taking 8 minutes, the light of the sun is taking 8 minutes to reach earth. Okay, the distance from sun to earth is 1485 lakh kilometer. And see, this much distance is the sun rays is covering in just 8 minutes. Now you can imagine how fast it is. Okay, kids, have you ever seen this lightning and thundering around? So when next it happens, like nowadays it can happen like regularly because it is a rainy season. So just observe it. You will observe that lightning occurs first before you can hear the sound of thunder. Okay, you can see the lightning and then the sound of thunder comes. Now why this happens? Why we see lightning before the thunder? Thunder is what? Thunder is the sound. Lightning is what? Lightning is the light that is coming. Okay. So this is because light travels more than sound. Light can travel much faster than sound. That is why we see lightning before thunder. Okay, I hope this is clear. So we have studied few things. Let me again revise it. First is, how fast does light travel? Light travels very fast. This much is the speed of light. Okay. Next, light travels from sun to earth in just 8 minutes. Though the distance between both is very long, but still it is covering in 8 minutes. And light can travel much faster than sound. So these are the important things that we have studied in how fast the light travels. Okay. Now coming on to the very important topic, that is sources of light. Kids, there are various things that are important in here. Okay, now coming on to the sources of light. Coming on to sources of light. Sources of light means from where this light is coming. What is the main source of it? Okay. So here, it can be of two types. First is, there are certain lights that are natural. There are certain lights that are artificial or human made. Okay, there are certain things that are occurring naturally, and there are certain objects that are artificially producing light. Like for example, this torch, it is producing light artificially. It is producing light artificially. So this is coming under artificial. Now what is natural? What is natural source of light? Sun is the natural source of light. Okay. Similarly, there are flies. Have you ever heard of Jugnu? Yes. If you have seen that luminous fly, that also produces the light of its own. Okay. So sun is the natural source of light. Fly is the natural source of light. Whereas torch, electric bulb, all these things are artificial. These things are what? Artificial or human made. Clear? Now apart from this division, there is one more division depending on the object that can produce light and the object that cannot produce light. Okay? So depending on that, the sources of light are also divided into two topics, that is luminous object and non-luminous object. What is luminous object? The object that can emit light is called luminous object. Non-luminous object, the object that cannot emit light. Like for example, this torch, it is emitting light, isn't it? But this duster, is it emitting light? No. This lamp can emit light, but if I say this matchstick or a matchbox, can it emit light? No. Okay? So the object that can emit light are called luminous object. The object that cannot emit light are called non-luminous object. Okay? Now we'll see further to make it more clear. See, first, sources of light are divided into two parts. Natural light source and artificial light source. Natural are those that are emitting light of their own. Artificial are those which are human made or cannot emit light of their own, are called artificial. Okay. Next division is luminous and non-luminous objects. The object that produces their own light are called luminous object. The object that do not produce their own light are called non-luminous object. Now we will see a few examples. See, sun is a luminous object, it can emit light. Electric bulb is a luminous object, though it is artificial, but it can emit light. So it is luminous. Torch is luminous. The flashlight of a mobile is also luminous. Burning matchstick is also luminous. Diya, candle. All these things can emit light, are called luminous object. And non-luminous object, moon. See, moon is not having light of its own. Then how moon is shining? Moon is shining because of the light from sun. Yes? Or from the earth. So we know it. See, moon is shining with the help of the light of sun. Okay? Earth. Earth is also shining when we see it from the outer area in the universe. Earth is also shining, but by the reflection of light of sun. Book is a non-luminous. It is not emitting light. Chair is not emitting light. Tree is not emitting light. Yes, all these things are not emitting light. So they are called non-luminous. Okay? Whereas these things which are emitting light are called luminous object. Okay? So the object that is emitting light is called luminous, and the object that is not emitting light is called non-luminous. Now the question comes, if the objects are not emitting light, then why or how we are able to see them? See, here the question comes, for example, if I take this book, this is your book, okay, if I am taking this book, now the question comes, if it is a non-luminous object, how we are able to see it? We are able to see it because of the light. Light is coming on this book and it is reflecting back. Okay, we will study later what is reflection and what is this and how this is reflecting and how we are able to see this object. Okay, we will study all this thing in the next chapter, and then like tomorrow there is a class, we will study tomorrow all these things. Okay, so I hope these topics are clear. So there is a small video for luminous and non-luminous object. Please go through it.
Luminous and non-luminous objects. The objects that we see around us can be classified into luminous and non-luminous on the basis of ability to emit light. Luminous objects. Objects that emit light of their own are called luminous objects. Sun, fireflies, fire, candle, and electric bulb are luminous objects. Non-luminous objects. Objects that do not emit light of their own but reflect the light falling on them and hence become visible are called non-luminous objects. Moon, books, metals, stones, and furniture are non-luminous objects. Why are moon and planets considered as non-luminous objects? All of you must have seen the moon at night giving out milky white light. Similarly, the planet Venus appears like a very bright star during early evening. Why do we call them non-luminous bodies when light is coming from them? The simple reason is that they do not produce light of their own. Instead, they reflect the light of the sun falling on them. Hence, they are non-luminous bodies.
So that was the video for differentiating what is luminous object and what is non-luminous object. So kids, we have studied today what is light. So first thing, light enables us to see the objects. Second, light is a form of energy. Okay. Then we have studied light, like we depend on light for food, for oxygen, for fuel and in our day-to-day life. Okay. Then we have studied how fast the light travels. So it is like traveling very fast. Okay. And we have studied what is the distance between sun and earth. Okay. And what are the sources of light, what is natural source of light, what is artificial source of light, what is luminous and what is non-luminous. Okay. Please go through the chapter that is there in your book. Please read the chapter. Now I hope everybody is having the book. Please read all the chapter. Now I'll be sharing the worksheet in your WhatsApp group. Please go through that and complete your homework. Okay. Thank you so much kids. That's all for the today's class. We'll meet again tomorrow same time. Okay. Thank you so much.